Have you ever stopped to think about the light switch? I mean, really think about it. It's probably one of the most common things we use every single day, and we barely even notice it. But what if I told you that little plastic square on your wall has this incredible secret story? A story about design, fashion, and even artificial intelligence. Let's dig into the secret life of the switch. All right, let's get right into it. For like 100 years, the light switch had one job and one job only: on or off. That's it. But as our homes started getting packed with all sorts of technology, this humble little device had to evolve. It went from just being a utility to being a really central part of how we live. So, here's the textbook definition, our starting point. According to Schneider Electric, it's basically a gatekeeper for electricity. You flip it, a tiny gate opens up, the electricity stops flowing, and boom, lights out. Flip it back, the gate closes, and the light comes on. It's that super simple, super reliable idea we've all grown up with. But this is just chapter 1 of the story. And this is where things get really interesting. I mean, think about it. We've got smartphones, smart fridges, smart everything. So was the humble light switch just going to sit there unchanged? No way. Its whole identity was about to get a massive upgrade. The first big shakeup, surprisingly, wasn't about high-tech wizardry. It was all about design. It was this move to something called modular switches. And you might be asking, what on earth is a modular switch? Well, it just means you can break the switch down into little pieces, modules, and then mix and match them however you want. Yeah, this really lays it all out. With the old school switches, you got what you got. No choices. It was a total take it or leave it deal. But modular switches, they flipped that completely on its head. All of a sudden, you were in charge. You could snap together a dimmer for the lights, a control for the fan, and hey, why not throw in a USB port to charge your phone? All on one single plate. And it wasn't just about making things look pretty either. As Great White Electricals points out, these modular systems were incredibly flexible. You could get the exact functions you needed and make it look good. For the first time, you could build a setup that perfectly matched your style. And, as a bonus, they were generally made with better, safer, and much more durable materials. So once people got a taste of customization, it was like the floodgates just burst open. The thinking went, hey, if we can change how it works, why can't we change how it looks? And that's when manufacturers had this big aha moment. The switch didn't have to be this boring, functional thing you tried to hide. It could actually be a statement piece. And you can totally see this in how they started talking about them. The marketing language it completely changed. All of a sudden, a brand like Great White isn't talking about circuits and wires. Nope, they're selling you on the look, telling you to get rid of those boring straight lines and embrace the brilliance of curves. And it escalated fast. It went straight into the language of pure luxury. You've got ABB here talking about opulence with a story. I mean, come on, that's the kind of thing you'd hear about a fancy Swiss watch, right? Not the thing you use to turn on your kitchen light. The new game plan was crystal clear. When you're hearing phrases like an element of sophistication, you know the switch isn't just some random afterthought anymore. No, it was being pushed as this crucial piece of the whole interior design puzzle. And what did all this lead to? An absolute explosion of options. Seriously, you could get anything. If you wanted curvy designs from Great White, you got it. If you were into that sleek, award-winning Italian style from Legrand, no problem. Or maybe the super minimal, frameless look from ABB, done. Your wall basically became a canvas. Okay, so to recap, switches are now customizable, and they're beautiful. But the next jump, well, it was the biggest one yet. They were about to get a brain. We're talking about the Internet of Things, or IoT, which was about to plug your light switch into the entire digital universe. And that changed everything. This right here, this is the real magic of home automation. Suddenly, the switch wasn't just a physical thing stuck on your wall, it became a tiny part of this giant network. It meant you could be at your office, miles away, pull out your phone, and turn on the lights in your living room, just like that. And you know what's crazy? Getting all this set up is way easier than it sounds. You basically just swap out your old switches for the new smart ones, get them hooked up to your home's Wi-Fi, and download an app. And bam! In just a couple of simple steps, your actual physical house is now part of your digital life. But let's get down to it. This is the big question, isn't it? It's cool that it's connected, but what can it actually do? What new powers do you really get? Like, what does smart truly mean when we're talking about a switch on the wall? Well, the possibilities are pretty amazing. You can literally just talk to your lights using something like Alexa. You can create these scenarios or scenes. So imagine saying movie night, and instantly the lights dim and maybe the smart blinds go down, all with one command. Or a wake-up scene, where the lights slowly get brighter in the morning. See, the switch isn't just an on-off button anymore. It's more like the conductor of an orchestra for your entire home. So let's just pull all this together for a second. The journey this little device has taken is kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. This pretty much says it all, right? The switch has literally evolved from a super simple, functional tool into a piece of custom design, and now into this intelligent command center that helps run your whole house. So here's the thought I want to leave you with. This whole story, this evolution of a simple light switch, it's really a sneak peek into the future of our homes. It just goes to show that even the most boring, everyday objects can become incredibly smart and woven into our lives. Which really makes you think, doesn't it? As our walls themselves get smarter, what else are we going to be able to control with just a single touch?